Hello there. It's the 27th of May 2026, a Wednesday, 11 a.m. and 59 minutes. It's almost 12 o'clock. My alarm is gonna go off. Um, Yesterday I didn't do a lot on the list. I worked on Unity VR, uh, the Golden Library. Um, I uh, I was thinking, well, I have to rewrite my list because if you look into the list, it's a lot to do at 6 o'clock, and so I need to reorganize. There was a time when I was on a holiday and I woke up, and before I even did anything, I just put on my clothes and went for a run. And I remember that being very pleasant. So I want to feel the holiday vibes when I'm at home and do the same thing. And then I want to exercise. Um, and I want to do everything on the list. I can't, I can't help it. I'm really bad at dividing work in different days. Uh, but it should be possible to do it in one day. It's not that much. It looks like a lot, but it's well organized. Not yet organized, but it should be able to be organized and be able to complete it in a day. The only thing I don't have is that I didn't calculate meeting people. So I have a meetup group, and so I should put that in the list. I'll put it in the list standard. Meetup. So I have people that are interested in the same things as me, and I can teach them, and they can teach me, and we research together, and it should be a lot of fun. So if you're in Brussels and you want to know more, because I never made a course, I showed the courses and where you can buy them and find them for free also, but I never made my own thing what I already know. And so the meetup group is the first step towards me teaching you what you like to know. I have a lot of knowledge, specialized knowledge, um, and I really can teach a thing or two. I'm not the best, but I know every skill on my library till level 1 at least. There's at least 100 levels, and then you have transcendence. But I can really enrich the mind a little bit and put you on the right track. All right. So, yeah, the first thing I want to do is go for a run. And then convict conditioning, and then rewrite the list. POA I want to do in the evening, because if I exercise in the morning, there is not a lot of people in the park, and I can use the facility a lot easier. I, uh, I follow the convict conditioning routine, which is strength training through body weight, and you don't need a gym membership to get buff. Uh, I, I, I have some gains, but I'm a bit shy to show them because I'm not really skinny, but it works. It works. Yes, the Wim Hof method. So I'll just say the things I want to do in a day: running, convict conditioning, pickup artistry, Wim Hof method, the website, my affirmations, but that can be during cleaning or working on the website that I listen to it. The Librarian slog, which doesn't take that long. Meetup, so making a new meetup, which would take like 15 minutes. G-skill, a cold shower, memory training, Alobar Jones meditation, pure meditation, which is from Muji, which is where you go into your observing and you observe your thoughts, the surroundings, your body, but you're a step behind it, which I've mastered it a little bit. Should check out the invitation of Muji. He says like it's a birthplace for Buddhas. It's really worth a watch. It helped me a lot. That even if I was psychotic or my spiritual powers were through the roof, I could still observe it within the silence, and it really helps. It really helps in good and bad times. I skip breakfast usually. I'm trying to do intermittent fasting, but I shouldn't drink tea with sugar in it or coffee with sugar in it for it to be effective. The Wim Hof method I already said. Alobar Jones I already gonna do. Cleaning that was already said. Running, convict conditioning. See, the list is not correct. Cold shower, lunch. I always eat lunch. Pranic living, which is to live off prana and not to eat or drink anymore and feel good. I want to research this. I did a little meditation, I read a little bit, and my findings have concluded me that it is real. So it's talked about in Asian text, and we have a Brahman in the Netherlands who has achieved this and actually can teach it to you for a fair price. If you want to learn this, you can buy the book, but it's in Dutch. So I don't know when he's gonna have a new version of it with English. But it's really good, and I know out of experience that this is a step towards immortality. Here, this man is a very, how should I describe Brahman manner? Wise, Zen, and he achieved this level of enlightenment in the area of prana. I'm in 2027. I'm going to go to him, and I follow now Alobar Jones, which is the Earth card. Oh, I didn't put the Earth card in the list. Oh, silly me. I'm following Alobar Jones, and I want to dedicate a year, so till 2027, towards mastering his course, because it's also, this is magic, like real magic. It utilizes the mind. All is mind, the Kabbalion. And I found an immortality training technique, which you can find on the website under immortality, which is this one. This book. There are actually 2 books. I forgot to update it, but you can easily find it if you type in on attaining physical immortality in Google. You'll find it for free. It's a precursor to 3 books, Initiates into Hermetics, and then 2 other books. I haven't read them yet. But I know I'm on my way. It's not impossible. When I was 7 years old, I asked my grandmother, grandmother, what is there after that? And she said, nothing. And I was super depressed as a child. I didn't tell anybody I was depressed, but I ran with it for a long time, until I was 25 or something. And I built my life around the thought that there is nothing. And I really believe in science. They are right, but they're also wrong. And there is more than science can explain. And in a way, this immortality training is a science in and of itself. As remote viewing, as telekinesis. I don't know the exact reason why these things are not well known. I believe it's bad influence of beings that doesn't want us to know this on one side, and also out of pure coincidence that we evolved in this manner, and we are wired to be a little bit depressed because of our history with many depressing things. Just watch the news and you're like, okay, but it takes. I learned this from Mark Cunningham, bravery, and from Dan Peña, QLA. So I'll open it. Bravery. He had a course, Mark Cunningham, to become a Marine, and I followed it. It was called Primal Masculinity in a Princess World. I still have the course. I'm not gonna share it, but you can find his program and you can sign up. And in there, I really awakened a giant within me. But it was also in the combination with QLA, with Dan Peña. And so both, Dan Peña says like the military training, if you do that, then you can more easily follow QLA. It's not for everybody, but if you want to have a sub military training, you can go to Mark Cunningham. So he's more than, he's actually a very good hypnotist. Wonderful work he's doing. He is somebody I also look up to. Yeah, so the rest pranic living, I was here and I diverged. Convict conditioning again, telekinesis, guys, you don't have to study it completely to know that it helps with immortality. I've said it before in a log, but if you go to telekinesis under skills in the Golden Library, you go to Sifu Aminjani here, click his picture, try to get out of the list, try to get to lesson 6, Nerve Force, which wouldn't take you longer than it wouldn't take you longer than about 30 minutes of training, maybe even 15, and no, around 30. But this is an essential part of the Barden breathing exercise. So on attaining physical immortality, it's the breath. And if you combine it with Wim Hof method, your results will skyrocket exponentially. Please do it and be amazed on what you can achieve. These are all things I've recognized as this is what humanity needs. So if you're a human or an alien, actually aliens can learn of it too. But if you're a human and you're watching this, try to like I did and study a bit out of these amazing abilities. And who knows, maybe Dan is right. Yeah, and the only way to know it is if you study it. Or if you have already enough experience and you know, like, yeah, okay, yeah, this is the shit. Okay, back to the list. Dinner at 5. I used to go to the hospital for my schizophrenia, and the sandwiches were given at 5, so I take this routine with me because it's healthy, and I take my medicine at 5, which I did all the days. Except yesterday, 2 days ago, I forgot it. I was a bit distracted, but that didn't happen for already a few months. That didn't reoccur for a few months. Then remote viewing, memory training, I already put that in the list. The Golden Library VR. I make a log at the end of the day, which I forgot for a while. The website, brush teeth, and in the evening read a book, listen to my affirmations, meditate, and go to bed, which could be completed within an hour or two. So it's not impossible to do all of this in a day. But the thing I need is social contact. I'm a hermit at the moment. I'm mastering the skills in my little cave. But it's important to meet people because humans are social creatures and our brain gets better and if we have social contact with good people. So it's important. I put that in. And also PUA would provide such things. Okay. Thank you for listening. I hope you have something out of this. And I'll try to make a beautiful log today. I feel like it's not gonna happen, but who knows? Maybe today is a lucky day for me. All the best. Forget about the rest. There ain't no rest for the wicked. Much love until next time. Hello, it's the 1st of June 2026, on Monday, 9 a.m. and 40 minutes. And today is day 11 in my calendar of month 5. Yeah, so I was being visited by the good ETs, I think. I still haven't learned remote viewing, so I'm channeling, which is not safe at all. But maybe you guys can differentiate which entities or beings or is-bees I am channeling. And so I'll let them talk in a bit. I had a good question. So, how can I differentiate between good ETs and bad ETs? Well, then, you have to trust. Well, I have a story about that. I was once walking in the evening, and some ETs asked me to trust them and say, "We're gonna transcend you." And then I stood still, and I felt like an astral body leaving my physical body. And I thought they stole my astral body or a copy of it. And so I'm not really keen to trusting aliens without some guarantees. Anyway, how are you guys doing? We're doing great. And what do you guys do on a daily basis? Well, we manage the ship. Oh, they're doing it differently now. They saying it in my mind, and so I can speak it without them speaking through my body. We manage the ship, yes, and we're visiting you, Dan. How are my friends doing? Like Sandra and Edward Snowden and his kid. Oh, they're okay. They're busy. I don't have the power to differentiate a lot between the ETs. It's not all the same, but it's slightly different because in channeling it's not really healthy. You can't differentiate who's talking through you. Okay. What do you guys want to say to my viewers? We love you. We love you, and much appreciated. We're talking to Dan, so Dan has to train a lot more than he does now. I'll do my best and forget about the rest. Yes. Yeah, it is. I have to come up with a question. Which question do you think is appropriate? When the disclosure comes, will it aid you guys? It will aid us, Dan. There's a whole history behind why I say not you but us, because it's telepathically correct, and also it's like it's not you and me, it's us. it's us. It's a concept I'm still trying to master. Uh, were you the guys? No, they were not the ones who experimented on me. So yeah, oh damn, Dan. uh, I had a lot of adventures and experiments on me while I was wide awake in my studio. Yes. Would you guys experiment on humans? No. And like no. Okay. Thank you. Thank us. Dan. Dan. Yeah. What are you doing on Earth? I am building. Well, actually, I don't know what I'm doing on Earth. I think I have a memory where I got thrown out of a spaceship while I was in ET, and that's when I came to Earth and reincarnated a lot of times. I think I'm a bit lost in space. So I decided to figure out things, and I'm building the Golden Library, and in the library I question the unbelievable skills like memory, uh, telepathy, remote viewing, telekinesis, and all these things. And so I say like I don't know how I came into existence. Well, I know I remember my birth, but I don't remember everything before birth. And so I went to a past life regression hypnotist. I'm starting from this life as a human, and I'm like, okay, do a Magnus Carta and expand in all directions exponentially to to uh, to figure out why I'm here and where I'm going, and there's also a lot of free will choice in it because I want the best for humanity and for the aliens also. Um, if they're happy, we're happy. Yes. Yeah, and the good ETs, especially the bad ETs, I don't know. I I I hope they get better soon. They're like um, Earthguard is actually fighting on the astral plane and killing demons on a daily basis, which is also one of the things that are important, which I saw in this life, and I'm like, yeah, there is knowledge to be gathered there. What are you doing on Earth, Dan? Well, uh, well, sometimes I think that I ran away. What? Yes, and then I'm sick and tired of how things were when I was an ET, and so I escaped to Earth. There's one memory where I am thrown on Earth, so involuntarily, but my feeling says like I don't like the life of or the society where I came from more than 5,000 years ago, and I like it more on Earth. and and that says something because Earth is a prison planet, according to Farsight and according to me. So it's like choosing between two evils. I chose the lesser. But actually, Earth is meant to be a paradise. I think so. Well, I feel it. I wasn't really happy with how we perceive our our life, and so I'm trying to make it also a paradise again. I'm gonna fix the reincarnation cycles, and so that we remember when we are born, or in greater numbers. And there is also past life regression hypnosis, where you can actually remember your previous lives. I've done it too. Somebody called me a Rinpoche, which I found a great honor, though I haven't done it naturally. I was really, thank you, stranger. He came from Tibet. Um, what are you doing on Earth then? Okay, it's a big question. Yes. Maybe there is wisdom in that question. What am I doing on Earth? What am I doing on Earth and in this universe? Yes. Um, I'm thinking. What am I doing on Earth? Well, the things I already said, and there is a memory of me being a general as an ET, as a Grey, but I don't think I like to be a general again. I I was a priest also after a while for the humans. But I don't I want to have sex in this life. Yes. So I'm not interested. Well, I do practice some spirituality, and I, I listen to the monks and to the spiritual people. I study also, which I think is possible to have both, which would be nice. And what am I doing on Earth? That's a big question because I chose the library out of myself. Like, if I'm gonna be here, I better do something. But the big question, maybe make the world a better place. Yes. For the humans, for the ETs, for the animals, the plants, the rocks, the fungi, the insects, the galaxy, the solar system. I also want to do space exploration. I'm gonna stay at least 1,000 years on Earth, but by then I already have circled around the planet a few times, I think, by then. Uh, it's not a permanent stay. I plan on on uh, on space travel, but I'll return to Earth. I hope I didn't leave behind a lot of family. I have family as ETs, and I need to find them back. I uh, I have many questions because these beings were very loving, and the alien family, and the I need some guidance from them. So I don't know if they are still animals or or other beings, and I don't even know if they're still on Earth. Uh, which I have to find out. Is one of my things why I'm on Earth is to figure that out also. Uh, I saw the pyramids, and there was this one wise. He wasn't my dad, but I consider him my dad from that life. And yeah, I wish to meet him. He's busy. uh, okay. Uh, I have to do a little bit longer. I'm running out of ideas. What are you doing on Earth? That's a question which requires a specific answer. Yes. um, well, today I'm gonna go to Alobar Jones, uh, the class. I think it's the 17th or the 16th class this year, and I'll see what I do. I don't study enough. I'm postponing it because I have my disease, and my concentration powers are not that great anymore. But I'll manage somehow. I have to eat Alobar at the end of the year, so I better catch up. uh, I think I'll be a good challenger because I've been through hell and back. I know the ins and outs. Of course, there's always something new, but I have some experience under my belt. Okay. Thank you all for coming. Nee, Daan, wacht. Okay, I'll wait. I'll wait. We want to ask you something. Yes, a question for Dan. Why are you Dan? Because my mother called me that. My parents. Why am I Dan? Oh, it's a deep question. Why am I Dan? Why am I me? Ooh, I don't know. Why am I Dan? Oh. No, not the library. It has nothing to do with that. Why am I on Earth? Why am I Dan? Well, I think I chose to be a human. Because humans are awesome. I love humans. Also, when I was an ET, I really cared for humans, and so I think I wanted to be one to convince the humans more easily. If you're one of them, it's easier, I think. I don't know. I'm not certain. There was a thought that played in my mind a few times that I had to become a human to explain a few things. But what were those things? Yes. What were those things? I don't remember. I should visit the past life regression hypnotist again and figure it out. Yes. Why are you down? Why am I down? I like being down, that's for sure. I love me. I love the human Dan. He's a tough nut. He manages somehow. He stays afloat, which I enjoy. And also he has spiritual powers. Yes. Yes. One time to unlock my spiritual powers, I questioned everything, and I got far. So the way you do it is like you start like, why am I down? And, or why am I a human? Then an answer comes because I like to be a human. And then you say, why do you like to be a human? Because of the positive emotions and love. Why do you love? Because I am a bit of love and life. Why are you loving life? Why am I loving life? Well, not only because the immortal said it, but also because it makes it worth it. It makes life worth it. Okay, that's good enough. All right. There's somebody else who wants to be on my log. Can I see your name now? Yes. Sojin wants to be on my log. He's famous. He's I think he was in the Bible somewhere. Even though I haven't researched it, so research it. It's okay. Where is it? Immortality. Yes. This is, he's talking now. Then we wonder, what are you doing on Earth? I'm making the Librarian slog. I'm aiding humanity to the best of my capabilities. I think also I have a good frequency that when I feel bad, I absorb the negative emotions and I dissolve them into something else. But I noticed that if if I feel good, I amplify the good emotions also, which is a gift. My friend Max, tell me about your friend Max. My friend Max is the Max. he's very when I talk to him, things make more sense, and he knows 5 languages, and he can put things into words like nobody else. Why are you on Earth? And Shojin asks. Is there something I've forgotten? Yes, something really important. My mission? Yes! Mission. I forgot my mission. Maybe aiding humanity is not only my priority. I'll put it on my list. I'll ask the past life regression hypnotist. That's how I did it. Okay, so today ask the past life regression hypnotist. Ask the past life regression hypnotist what my mission on Earth not now was no he knows he can't ask yes, that's best. Ask the past life regression is what my mission on Earth was. Why am I on Earth? Why am I on Earth? Why on Earth am I on Earth? Yes. Okay. I think I wanted to run away. Dan, don't say that. Maybe I'm on a holiday. I thought Earth was a paradise for the longest time. But the state of humanity is a bit depressing. Yes. But I noticed that it's not only on Earth. It's many places. Yes. Alright. There's something, yes, love life, Dan. Yes. Yes. Practice. There's somebody else who I don't know who wants to be on my log, but I kind of trust these beings because I think they it's not safe, Dan, but we'll do it. Okay. Yes. Hello. How are you? We are good. What do you want to? Yes. Why are you on Earth? I hope. I think I am caught red-handed. Yes. I don't know the reason, but I'm enjoying being a human. I enjoy it. There's some downs, but the ups are worth it. I'm going to a festival in a month, which is pretty awesome. Is there more questions? Yes. Why are you on Earth, Dan? I don't. I'll try my best to answer. Yes. If you give me a little bit of information and tell me about where you come from. We come from the galaxy. This galaxy, yes. Okay, the Milky Way. So I'm known in that particular part of the Milky Way. Oh, Dan, you're well known. Very well known. Oh no. Was I a good ET? Not the best. Oh man. See, that's why I need to fix the reincarnation cycles, because if I am innately not doing well and I learn to be better through hardships, then I should be able to not face these hardships again, so that I can keep progressing without making the same mistake twice or three or millions of times. That's why I really like Farsight. they, I think they will start off the quest of fixing the reincarnation cycles. Yes, yes, that's a good reason then. Oh no, I don't want to talk to them. Don't talk to them, don't talk to them. Yes, thank you. Then we don't know why you're here on Earth. That's our question. Who are our. We, we are the bad ETs now. Oh no. But you're a good one. Eh? Yes, I am good, but I am with affection. Oh man. Oh man. And I feel good. So I can't differentiate. Then you're a political dilemma. Yes. Yes, Dan. You were a king. If you could imagine it. I don't remember being a king. I remember eating humans. Yes. Well, no, I don't remember. Yeah, some things I remember. Yes. Uh, why do you choose this life? I don't know. I don't think I had a choice. Or, or I had a choice. I love my parents, so I can imagine why I chose my parents. And my grandmother and my grandfather. And my great grandmother. Alright. I'm gonna. Uh, um, who else wants to be on my log? Me! Dan! Tell me, what are you doing on Earth? Having fun? Yes. uh, oh, making a lot of friends. Yes. Yes. I, I thought back of my friend Joseph. Uh, I should aid him also. But I've aided him for many years now. He should be able to spread his wings and take care of himself better. So I hope he does that. Yes. I'll figure it out one day. You have a good heart, Dan. A good heart. Yes. I love being a human. Yes. I think I also love being an ET, but after a few million years, you wanna try something else. Yes. And it's all the same anyway. Yes. Dat is een serieuze klap, zeggen ze. Oké, I'll be more considerate. Um, oh, jeez. Yeah, I have to be considerate because I can't say like I wanna be a human because I don't wanna be an ET. That's not really correct to say. I don't remember being an ET. Not everything. I know some of my family members. Yes. And he's somewhere else now. I know. I have to find my grandmother and my brother of this life. I have to find my alien family back. I had brothers and sisters that weren't born yet, which is pretty decent. It's always a gift having a family member. Okay. Anyway, that was me channeling. I can turn it off, don't worry, my psychiatrist or family members. This is just my world and I can interact with these beings. Um, I don't do it a lot. Okay, that's a lie. No, that's not a lie. That's just a temporary truth. Um, I, uh, I, I, I'm still sane. Don't worry. That if you really wanna know more, just Google channeling and you'll discover a lot. Uh, it's a skill. Don't worry. All the best and forget about the rest.